She was like, well, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Karen, shut up. Dogs are fine. They haven't done shit. Is my turkey going to ruin Thanksgiving this year, or will I? But first, let's get drunk.
Welcome to Drunk Dining, where we get drunk and cook food.
Hey guys, welcome back to Drunk Dining. So in today's episode, I'm gonna show you how not to screw up a turkey. Everyone always screws up their turkey, and I'm tired of it, okay? It offends me. By the time I'm done, I'll probably be like 8 drinks in, and then hopefully mom doesn't kill me. So first we're gonna start off with the turkey. We don't want anything too big, something around 14 to 16 pounds. We're going to quickly wash our turkey and then completely dry it with paper towels. I'm already feeling a buzz. I haven't day drank in forever. Now that the turkey's dried, we have to prepare our brine. I prefer a dry brine because it gets rid of any excess moisture in the turkey. So my personal ratio for this is about 5 parts kosher salt to 1 part brown sugar. And then we're gonna do 2 parts garlic powder, 2 parts onion powder, and 2 parts sage. So one of my friends got me this muddler for Christmas. He commented on one of my videos. He was like, hey, what's your address? Thank you so much, Kyle, I appreciate it. Before we apply our brine, we want to separate the skin from the breast meat. The way we're going to do that is we're going to stick our hand in between it, slowly separating the connective tissues between them and pushing all the way through to the neck, as well as separating some of the sides on the leg. So now we're just going to start applying the brine liberally to all facets of the turkey. We want to make sure we get every crevice that we possibly can, especially underneath the skin. I felt like such an idiot though, because he just had a baby and I was like, congrats on the baby. Too bad in the future there'll be no jobs because all the jobs will be to robots. Hopefully your kid's John Connor and can save us all from Skynet. Now that we have our turkey covered in the brine, now we gotta put it back in the fridge. So we're gonna cover this up with plastic bags. That way it can kind of soak in its own brine, and we're gonna let this happen for about 2 days. I hope you guys are doing good. I've been quarantining for the past month for this, just so I could see my family. And I get tested pretty regularly for STDs. No, I'm just kidding. So while we're doing that, we're gonna infuse our oil. What we wanna do is we wanna use a neutral flavored oil, something like canola oil, vegetable oil, peanut oil, just anything with a high smoking point and neutral flavor. So I'm going to infuse this with some rosemary, garlic, and some red serrano peppers just to add a little bit of heat. That's completely optional. I just personally like a little bit of spice to almost everything I cook. I also want to thank Ashley for my Patreon. So cheers, Ashley. I went to my little sister's graduation this year. I was so drunk. My mom was just pissed at me, but I brought the camera, the same camera that you're watching this show on right now, and I started taking pictures, but I was just so fucking drunk. They look nice, but mom's mad. She doesn't realize what I'm doing. What we want to do is we want to just gently infuse it. We're not cooking this. We're not frying it. We just want to extract the flavors from our ingredients. We're just going to heat our oil to 140 degrees and let it extract those flavors for about an hour. You can do longer, but an hour at least. And then we're just gonna strain it all out, and then we're gonna coat our turkey in this mixture later. I had my dogs with me, and some principal, she comes up to me and she's like, you can't be here with those dogs. And I was like, well, they're service animals. She was like, well, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Karen, shut up. Dogs are fine. They haven't done shit. All the kids were just loving the dogs. They're like all saying hi to the dogs. So on day 2, make sure to flip the turkey in its bag just so that the juices can cover the other side. But now that it's the 3rd day, we have to let it rest uncovered. So we're gonna take it out of its bag and we're just gonna put it in this roasting pan. We're just gonna add just a little bit more salt to the outer layer, just so a little bit more brining can happen. And then we're just gonna throw this back in the fridge. The reason why we're doing this is because it's gonna dry out the skin and ultimately lead to crispier, crackly skin once finished. I want a PS5 so bad. I'm so broke this year that I'm actually just watching other people play the PS5. Now I understand why Twitch is such a big thing. You just vicariously live through these people just living your dream out, and you're just like, I guess this will do. Okay, now it's Thanksgiving Day. Now that our turkey has brined for 3 days, we think it's cool enough to just let it hang out at room temperature for a couple hours before we actually start baking this. we're gonna preheat our oven to 500 degrees.
Is that what like the future is, just vicariously living through people? Apparently that's the thing. And I don't know how I feel about that. I'm so used to being the guy in there. But I guess there's like virtual reality porn nowadays. So I guess you're kind of like living out somebody else's reality. I don't know.
While it's preheating, we're gonna liberally apply our infused oil all over the turkey, all over the skin, all over the breast, just everywhere. And now finally, we're gonna make Alton Brown's turkey triangle. I find this to be a very important step. Yes, we can spatchcock the turkey. Yes, we can cut it into pieces. But there's just something so amazing visually about seeing a whole turkey just perfectly roasted. When I think of turkey, I don't see it cut up into parts, or I don't see it laying down flat on a pan. I see it just bursting out, being reminiscent of its ancestry of Tyrannosaurus Rex, just this being that at one time was an apex predator. You know, like, that's just what I see. So we're gonna tuck the wings back, and then we're just gonna let this baby roast in the oven for about 30 minutes.
That's the future. And I don't know if I'm against it or if I'm with it.
Yay!
Oh my God. Cut.
After 30 minutes of intense temperature, we're gonna lower the oven to 350 degrees, and then we're gonna apply our turkey triangle to the turkey. Now, we just have to wait.
This whole place is filled with smoke. Cheers to being grateful for those we love and care about, and understanding one another, and just being a kind human being. Cheers.
Hooray!
We know our turkey is done once the breast meat registers at an internal temperature of 150 degrees. The FDA says 165, but 150 degrees held for 5 minutes is the same amount of sterilization as 165, and you don't get leftover with dry breast meat. And we also want our legs to register at 175 degrees. And that's when we know our turkey's done. It won't be dry, it'll be full of flavor, and hopefully your family doesn't ban you from next year's Thanksgiving. Anyways, that's all sober me can do. Let's just hope drunk me doesn't embarrass myself at dinner tonight. Let's see.
I'm gonna be so drunk at my mom's place. Thanksgiving was just because a bunch of Aryan people decided to take a native land. This episode got way too deep. The thing is, when I get drunk, nobody wants to talk to me because I think a little too deep. Happy Indigenous People Day. Alcohol. This is what sucks about being a one-person show. Woo! Ooh, that's hot. So basically, that's not dangerous. There we go. The turkey armor. Let's get the turkey armor on. Oh no, there goes the fire alarm. No! That's how you know you're fucking up on cooking. We gotta set it off. That's drunk dining for you guys. Oh my God. So it has to hit 150 for 5 minutes and then it's done. I'm bringing my dogs because I love my dogs. My dogs are like my babies. So cheers. Wow, that electronic VR is really good. And then, hi. What's up? Love you. We're taking this turkey to my mom's house. Cheers. Awaken from my drunken slumber. So I wish I filmed more at my mom's house. I was pretty drunk. Wow. I mean, that just tells you how drunk I was. Look at that. Luckily, the turkey was so good that nobody was mad at me. I guess mission accomplished. I'm so sad because I don't have any leftovers. Like, all I want are just, like, turkey leftovers. So, thank you for watching Drunk Dining. I'll see you next week. Oh, that was a hard episode, you guys. Hey guys, if you like this content, make sure to subscribe. And if you want my recipes as well as extra footage, be sure to check out the Patreon down below. Other than that, I'll see you next video. Oh, God, I'm so awkward. Why?